At one time, I did get it to turn over, but then I waited a little while and then it stuck again. The engine wouldn't turn. So then I took the head off so I could see the pistons in it. And the one looked like it was kind of loose. It looked like when you turn it would move just a little bit. The other one's completely stuck. So I cut a piece of block, same size as the cylinder, about this big around. Flat and cut it to a thin line. I took a heavy sled and I kept tapping on the piston, see if I could get it to loosen. Wouldn't work. So I took a hydraulic jack and I put that on the block and up toward the front of the frame of the tractor, and I gave it a couple of pumps and pow, broke loose. It was just, I thought it was stuck in a rust, but it was just stuck in a carbon in the cylinder. So then I got it broke loose so you could turn the engine over. So then the valves were completely worn out, shot. That's why it wouldn't start. So I took the head in and got new valves put in it, grown the valves, put that in there. And then I thought I had to take the pistons out of there because the rings were completely worn out. So I took the connecting rods, took the back end of the tractor, took some plates off back there, and unloosened the connecting rods and pulled the pistons out. And then I thought, oh.
About time to give up, maybe.
Huh?
About time to give up?
Yeah. Then the cylinder walls looked pretty, there was some rust in there and they didn't look very good, some carbon stuck in there. And so then I took the whole block out of it, which was a big job. That's the main part of the engine.
Why don't you just quit?
Huh?
Why don't you just quit and give up?
God, well, I don't know. I think about it now, I don't know what kept me going. Must have been a challenge of seeing if you could possibly put this thing back in shape again.
Mm-hmm. I mean, do you need a tractor very bad? You need a tractor pretty bad?
Yeah, I needed a tractor so bad. And then being I got it free, my dad said, I give it to you if you want to restore
it. Free tractor?
I took the whole block out of it and I took it over to Watts in the garage. He grind out cylinders, honing, they call it honing. And I brought the whole block out of it and I took it over there and he honed cylinders out. So when he got done, they were all shiny and cleaned out. And so they're pretty good shape. So he said, I don't think you need to put oversized pistons in it, just put new rings in it, he said. Not about the wrist pins were so loose that in the piston, the wrist pins called, on the end of the connecting rod. They're so loose you could move them, okay? So I put new pins in there, wrist pins.
What caused those to be so loose?
Worn. Just plain worn out. You know,
How many hours do you think that tractor had?
I couldn't imagine, 1,000 hours, I think, had. And so then I said, well, I'll have to put new wrist pins in there and new rings. So I did that, and then I had to, the one thing led to another. I got further and further into the engine because everything was so worn out. I kept replacing parts. So finally I got everything in the engine replaced. The valves, the round valves, and I had to plane the head down because that was warped. And then I started putting it back together again. Got the block cleaned out and put new gaskets and put the engine back together again. And fortunately, there were the rods, connecting rods hooked onto the crankshaft. Back there, everything was nice and shiny because it was in oil. It was oil in the crankcase. There was no rust or anything back there. The crankshaft was just as shiny and the cranking rods.
So what kept you motivated through all this?
It was, I guess, the more you start on it, the more challenge you got to see, can I actually get this thing back in shape again?
Yeah.
So the more I kept, the more stuff I found out it needed to be done. Lyle knew he knew that ahead of time what I was going to run into, you know.
Uh-huh.
Well, then he said, like I said, if you're going to restore, you got a job in your hands. But he helped, you know. Lyle helped me, but it's a lot of that.
Yeah.
And he was interested in helping. So I'd come out there, we'd both work on it. Maybe if Lyle hadn't helped me out, I may would have given up. But we, you know, it's kind of working together was kind of nice, you know.
Yeah.
We're both working together on this old relic. So then I got the engine, put the engine back together, and I had honed out the block, had new rings and new wrist pins and new valves. Valves were ground and